living in a very exciting day and hour. In fact, probably the greatest hour in all of church history. It's a time when there's massive harvest coming in from in all the nations of the world. It's just amazing, the different reports in Africa and the Middle East, even in Muslim mosques where Jesus is revealing himself, in Hindu communities, in Sikh communities, in Buddhist communities, where Jesus is being made known to those who have been in the darkness. And missiologists have done reports and have discovered that there's probably more Christians on the earth today than there are in heaven. Because when they calculate how many people have come into the kingdom since Jesus ascended, that there are more people being won to the Lord in this last generation than all of church history combined. And so we are living in an exciting day. But we're living in treacherous times also. So how is the church to position ourselves in this hour? How are we to posture ourselves before God? According to Hebrews chapter 12, it says that everything that can be shaken will be shaken. But we are of a kingdom that cannot be shaken. And so in the world, with its systems and that, you will see more shakings. There will be government shakings, there will be economic shakings, and even the world itself is shaking. The earth is shaking. And so we will see more and more of that. But we're of a kingdom that cannot be shaken. So what is God's plan in that? His plan and his prophetic voice is decreeing, arise and shine, for your light has come. The glory of the Lord has risen upon you. Darkness will cover the earth, gross darkness the peoples, but the Lord will rise upon you and his glory will appear upon you. This is an hour when nations will come to the brightness of our rising, when kings will come, when peoples will come, when the wealth of the nations will come to those who are walking with God. It is a time when we must not compromise. And the prophetic trumpet to the church would call people to walk in the righteous plumb line of the Spirit of God. It's not a time to be compromised. It's not a time to go with every wind of doctrine or to jump into the seat of humanism. Humanism is going to be one of the greatest enemies of the church in this hour, even greater than the forces behind communism, Islam, Hinduism, all those isms. Humanism will be the big one that we have to contend with in this hour. Therefore, let it not in our heart. Let not man's ideas, man's opinions, man's ways usurp the word of God. And so I just want to give that word clearly to you, because you're being called to live in the finest hour, the greatest hour that church history has ever beheld. It's a time of harvest. It's a time of glory. It's a time of miracles. But there's also a time of separation when we will come unto the Lord, unto his ways, walking with him and with him alone. It's a time where the sheep and the goats will be separated. It'll be a time when the wheat and the tares will be separated. It'll be a time when the fire of God will come and burn up the dross. And so let us walk with him in this hour. I so appreciate Julian Adams and his ministry, especially as a prophet to the nations, where he is going from nation to nation, from people to people, and prophesying the heartbeat of God. And there's other prophets all over the world just proclaiming actually the same messages. Everywhere that you go, you can hear that clear crystal sound. It is a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be empowered. It's a great day to stand for the Lord, for his kingdom, and for his righteousness.